big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. But when it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you love the Jags, if you crave the NFL, we make a show for you. It's Jaguars Today with experts and insiders. Locked down by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey man, what's Hard Rock Bet giving you players?
If you win your first $5 bet, you get $150 in bonus bets.
$750? ¿Cuánto?
Whoa, was that Ronaldinho? Sounds like his first bet scored.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here. 1010XL wants to know who you are. We are conducting a listener profile survey. What home improvement practices do you plan to do? What do you like best about us? All you have to do is go to 1010XL.com and fill out the survey. You could win tickets to the Jags home opener, Gator football, and jumbo shrimp tickets, or great 1010 swag. Just go to 1010XL.com and enjoy letting us know more about you so we can do a better job of serving you.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Feel a vibration in your steering wheel at highway speeds? That's not something to ignore, and a standard tire balance might not fix it. At G&H Tires and Service, they offer road force balancing, an advanced system that simulates how your tire actually performs on the road to detect hidden issues. It goes beyond traditional balancing to reduce vibration, improve handling, and extend the life of your tires. Newer vehicles, especially with low-profile tires, demand this level of precision. Drive smoother. G&H Tires and Service on Beach Boulevard, where your ride gets dialed in right.
I'm Jared Justice with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The 2026 Travelers Championship was won by Victor Hovland. Hovland won the event in the first hole of a sudden death playoff with Scotty Scheffler. The Orlando Magic have waived forward Jonathan Isaac. Isaac's $14.5 million salary was set to become guaranteed on Sunday. Team USA takes on Bosnia on Wednesday at 8. Listen to 1010XL for World Cup updates all day. It's 88 degrees at 6 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Sweep! Such a great word, and it can be used, really, in so many different ways. If you think about it, one of my first memories of sweep would be as a youngster, right? Freshman, sophomore, not playing a lot, high school ball. I guess I did freshman on the all-freshman team. But anyway, I grew up, used to run a lot of sweeps. Remember the days of, I don't know, Earl Campbell and Billy Sims and, Chuck Foreman and Tony Dorsett, whether it was college or pro. The game hadn't really evolved. And whether it was a jet or a counter or whatever, you'd be on the sideline with cupped hands just screaming sweep. That's probably, my all-time favorite. Of course, you can sweep someone off your feet. All right. Jared Justice has done that to a ton of ladies throughout his career. Although, technically, wouldn't we say that you have now swept them off your feet?
I think that's right.
Yeah. But it's a great phrase used for that. How about sweeping it under the rug, right? I mean, why would we expect that there would ever be surveillance in the White House? You drop a bag of cocaine, no one saw anything, no one knows anything about it. Yeah, let's just kind of sweep that under the rug, okay? Josh Lambo gets kicked by Urban Meyer, even though everything in an NFL stadium, practice field, no matter what it is, all they do is roll, and roll tape. Yet, no video replay there. So another example of a sweep when it comes to sweeping it under the rug. And then, of course, when you sweep a team, right, like the Boston Red Sox, just a terrible team this year. Everything about them has been absolutely pathetic, but not one, not two, not even three, 4 straight over the evil empire, the Red Sox over the Yankees. And again, New York still well out ahead of Boston, but behind Tampa Bay when it's all said and done in the American League East. All right, enough of that. But if you want to have some fun with us, give me your best definition of the word sweep. I think it's a fun word, and it can be used in a romantic setting. It can be used in burying something that is very important in that setting. It certainly is used on the football field, and it can be used in any type of sport if you talk about getting victories without any defeats. Okay, good to have you with us. What a week this is going to be. We're going to say goodbye to June, and that's freaking scary as far as I'm concerned. I was talking about it with the GF yesterday. We toured all over Saturday, Matanzas, then Sunday went the Amelia Island route, and it was just a phenomenal weekend here along the First Coast. I mean, yeah, it's hot, but, I mean, who cares, right? I actually got on the water yesterday, my biggest phobia, because their 7-year-old granddaughter is here, Dakota, and I have to do it. So I just drain beer, and get in, and I'm petrified the entire time. But while I'm doing this, I'm saying to myself, this summer is unbelievable. It's incredible. Yet in 2 days, it's July 1st. In 2 days, we're actually in the month of training camp for all 32 teams. That, to me, is out of this world, okay? I want the summer to stick around. I'm trying to put my foot on the brake. It's not working. Time continues to move. And as I always say, I'm the last guy who wants it to get here, but once it does, man, I am all in. Okay, I just flipped the switch that morning. You know, I think I'll complain, probably not to you, but I'll complain to the GF that I got to get up way, way, way too early. And then once I get there, drown a couple of coffees or what have you, I'm totally into it, and I love it. I just adore training camp. A lot of members of the media do not, and I understand. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. Everyone looks good early on. And pads, you got to wait forever for the pads to go on. Yada, yada, yada. But that's coming up in just a couple of days. So certainly, again, it's been just out of this world, and it's only going to get better. All right, I've been asked every single day since the signing of Brenton Strange, what did that do overall to, his cap figure and the cap figure of the Jaguars? Well, for starters, let's tell you this. It has dipped. It was about 9.4 last week. Currently, it sits at just over $8 million. $8 million, $23,000 is what this team has right now as far as salary cap team space. And you're a very smart football audience. You understand this, whether it's Buster Brown, whether it's, any of the other contracts, Jacoby Myers when he did it, certainly in season, the Trayvon Walker deal that went in, the deal now for Brenton Strange, even a lesser deal like Ross Matisic, who will be like 1.7 next year, and actually in 2028, and 1.75 in 2029. That whenever you do this, depending on the signing bonus, it doesn't really have a major effect on your cap figure that year. What becomes problematic is how this all bunches up with what could be dead money, 2, 3, 4 years down the road. And I think that's been the biggest obstacle that this franchise has had to overcome. A lot of mistakes, contractually speaking, by Trent Baalke. Okay? Baalke had a couple of good draft classes. I'll give him that. He did bring in, a few free agents that ended up being some pretty good football players, including Foye Oluokun, who was still here. He also had some just awful misses, and I don't think anyone is going to contest that. But if you look at Brenton Strange, 3 years, $36 million, 25 of that is guaranteed. We were absolutely aware of that last week. What we did not know is that the guarantee is also made up of a $6.5 million signing bonus. So that's where you get the figure. For this year, 3.329 is what his cap figure will be in the 2026 season. Then with the 3-year extension, it inflates to next year, $5.985 million, okay? In 2028, it's 11.2. And then in 2029, it's basically $13.4 million a year. And then we can go, get into all that dead money and cap savings and all that. That doesn't apply here for quite some time when it involves Brenton Strange. But it's just good to have the figures. So now you know where, once again, the Jaguars are. And, there's a lot of work still to be done. I think in any particular order, you look at absolutely Parker Washington. And to me, he's the only one that I believe they should get done before training camp. I know a lot of people are asking about Antonio Johnson. A lot of people are asking about Ventrell Miller. And that's fair. Those two could have really good seasons and outprice the market. I get that. But it also could be, a setback for either one of the two. Ventrell Miller has yet to prove that he can stay completely healthy when playing a full season. And Antonio Johnson, much like Devin Lloyd of a year ago, really emerged. And I think there's a possibility that he even gets better this year. But I just don't think paying him now is necessarily the right move. If they got a deal done, fine. But to me, it's all about Parker Washington. That's next up. Then you got McCarry, you got Ezra Cleveland, you got Devon Hamilton, you got Eric Armstead, you got Derek Murray. I mean, you got a whole heck of a lot of guys that, you have to consider when it's all said and done. You're going to bring them back. The players I just mentioned, you wait until after the year. Okay, maybe the only exception to the rule would be Cleveland if he has a really good year. But you got those two young guards that I think are absolutely a part of things. Again, in my mind, when you look at, the two kids that were drafted the last couple of years, and, certainly Wyatt Milam, and then you get to this year's, third-round pick in the offensive line with Emmanuel Pregnon, my guess would be those are your starting guards in 2027. McCarry's gone, Cleveland's gone. But if either one of the two really plays well, then that could change things. But that's not a question that needs to be answered right now. Parker Washington does. And that's what I want to begin on this Monday. After our first break, I'm going to go through some recent terms of really some absurd, inflated numbers for wide receivers who, frankly, haven't done it yet. I mean, obviously, these contracts are somewhat similar to what I said last week about Brenton Strange. And I'm not ripping Brenton Strange. But the comment I made there is that this organization is paying Brenton Strange based on what they think he's going to be able to do the next few years. He has not necessarily been paid for what he has already done. And my opinion only, I think you saw the pinnacle when it came to Devin Lloyd. I think you also saw that when it came to Travis Etienne. They're as good as they're going to get. Their numbers are going to be the same or less in Carolina and New Orleans, respectively. I don't feel that way about Brenton Strange. I feel like Brenton Strange's numbers are going to go up, even though there's really a ridiculous amount of talent, skill position-wise, in this offense. What's Bill Barnwell thinking, by the way, at ESPN? Ranking the Jaguars 18th as far as skill position guys. I may get to that a little bit later on today or this week. I also may not. All right? That's the beauty of it. I just don't know at this particular time. But what I do know is Parker Washington needs to be the next man up. Let's look at some contracts. Let's kind of get it from you. What do you think it's going to be? Years, money, and then most importantly, guaranteed money when it's all said and done. So, hey, it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's the way we do things around here. Always looking to have a good time, and that certainly includes right here on this Monday. Okay. I talked about this last week as the show was brought to you by the good folks by Shmunez Vision. Okay. We just talked about Caddyshack that went down. A couple of other local businesses that we have noticed have gone down. And more people are rolling into Duval, and they're just buying out companies, right? They have no feelings towards you. The only thing they care about is green, right? And that's making money. That's the business world. But I've always stated that I think Jacksonville lacks a little bit when it comes to mom and pop type places. I really feel that way. Shmunez Vision, there you go. Third generation, right? Owned and operated by the family. And many businesses continue to sell out. They're not interested in anything that involves the community. You see this all over the place, medically speaking. You also see it out in the blue-collar world. Look at businesses like plumbers, AC heating. No matter what it is, it just continues to happen. And unfortunately, I think that's scary because they're not going to be part of the long-term plan. They're just there for a quick money grab. That is not the case at Shmunez Vision, okay? Known Dr. Neil Shmunez now for decades. And they do it the right way, where their always number one objective is the best overall value for you as the customer. Some of these deals can be priced way out of line, incredibly overpriced, including putting you on machines that you may not need, right? They have those same machines at Shmunez Vision, the latest and the high tech. If needed, sure. If not, why raise the bill? So check in with them today. Make an appointment. Go to Shmunez Vision. Remember, surgery. They'll actually take you through the examination, sit with you, and answer each and every one of your questions. And then if you add Dr. Catherine Shmunez and Dr. John Hunt, you're talking now well more than 37 years worth of experience when it comes to surgery. Shmunez Vision. Check them out. Also go to Instagram and look at Shmunez Vision. All right, let's get things started. Give me your best definition of sweep. For no other reason than I'm interested. Number two, let's talk about the numbers for Parker Washington. Give it to us. Years, money, and most importantly, guaranteed money.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Neck pain, back pain, or headache? Shinatri Chiropractic has 4 locations: Westside, 103rd, Riverside, Arlington, and the Beaches. Acupuncture, dry needling, physical therapy. Relief starts today. Shinatri Chiropractic, 743-6700.
Run into Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park for their America 250 early sale. This is the last day for their best prices and selection before the huge last-minute crowds arrive. SuperiorFireworks.com/radio.
Film study and preparation, injuries and fan expectation. Get the perspective of an elite athlete. Patrick Young has breakfast with the drill Friday morning at 8:30. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here, folks. It's happening. It is happening. We're going fairway, lush, and green at the Hicken household for, topdressing.com. Treated my yard, and I'm telling you guys, another company cannot do what they do. They have the custom equipment, that secret mix. You can't buy it in the store. Heck, it takes a year to make. With topdressing.com, you're amending your soil, and it's thriving. Make your neighbors jealous. Get to topdressing.com today or call 888-850-1850 for your free estimate.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Looking for a real career with great pay and full benefits? Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. As a growing, family-owned company that cares about its employees, they're hiring lawn technicians in the Jacksonville area. No experience required. This is a salaried position with top industry pay. Full benefits, a 401k match, and paid training. Apply today at JulingtonCreekPestControl.com. Julington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
What band was Peter Frampton in before he went solo? The answer coming up.
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The name of Peter Frampton's first band was called Humble Pie.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
That's a Monday night. Holidays already there for some of you. And if so, congratulations, man. Hopefully it's a very good 4th of July weather-wise. I mean, this town just explodes when it comes to fireworks. I've never seen anything like it. I honestly have not. And I've been to some big-time cities. Lived in Boston for 18, Chicago for 7. No one does it like Jacksonville. And one thing that I really love about it is I know they call, like Montana and Wyoming and all that big sky. But around here, you got no hills, right? You don't have large buildings. So basically, no matter where you're at, you're going to get a beautiful view of fireworks. And I know there are certain places where you may want to go, whether it's downtown or the beach or whatever, and, more tailor-made for just those set of fireworks. But trying to remember, was it last year, maybe the year prior? We were just coming back from the beach, and they were just going off to the left and right, in front and in back of us. So be safe. Don't blow off your hand. I mean, some of those things could be duds, and you go check on it, and bam, I used to get them for my girls when they were little. sparklers and firecrackers and all these things. And, just about every street corner now, you got someone selling them. So by all means, get after it. Have a good time. Just be safe, man. Some of those injuries are brutal. All right, tonight's show brought to you by the good folks over at Miller Electric. I'm going to tell you about them in just a minute because they are hiring, and that is another fantastic company right here in Jacksonville. And of course, we'll all be at the Miller Electric Center in less than a month for Jaguars training camp in 2026. Actually going to get to something that involves the NFL as a whole in just a little bit. But I want to start with Parker Washington. Now, I can also make this question also include if you don't agree with me that Washington is next. I mean, to me, it's unanimous. You may say, hell no, get Johnson done. They have enough wide receivers. Okay? And that's a fair argument. I mean, you have Jacoby Myers. You have Brian Thomas Jr. You just drafted 2 kids. Travis Hunter is still going to, take snaps at wide receiver, regardless of what uninformed members of the national media do believe. So if you think it's someone else, Ventrell Miller, Ezra, whatever, let me know. But if you are in agreement with me, let's talk money here. All right, Drake London, 4 years, $141 million, $100 million guaranteed. Not even in the same category. It really begins and ends with him there. Kyle Pitts as well. He just got a deal done as a tight end. That is where they began. They also happen to have a sensational running back. Atlanta, one of the few teams, which if I do have time, I want to get to later. Still, you don't know what's going on at quarterback, right? 2 lefties. 2 guys basically trying to revive their career. So we'll find out about that. All right, Christian Watson, maybe a little bit better of a blueprint here as to where Parker Washington sits. Christian Watson, for the record, 620 yards is the most he's ever had in a season. 7 touchdowns is the most he's ever had in a season. He just signed a 4-year, $100 million deal. $31 million of that was actually part of the bonus. And with escalators, all right, he's going to make $27 million, nearly $28 million in the next couple of years, basically by just being at camp, by just being there for the start of the league year, which I believe for Brenton Strange is the 5th day of March. I don't know if it's the same here for Christian Watson, but he's going to earn a ton of that guaranteed money. And again, you look at his numbers, Parker Washington, they're better. Rashid Shaheed, $3 million, 51 or 3 years, $51 million, 34.7 guaranteed. Actually think this is a very comparable deal for Parker Washington. If we were to hear that Parker Washington was signing a 3-year extension, $51 million, 34.7 guaranteed, I'd be very excited about that. I don't believe he's breaking the bank. I believe there's an opportunity with a productive and healthy season that he absolutely could make more if he was to test free agency or if he was to say to the Jaguars, I'm not going to renegotiate my deal until after the season. This number goes up. There's no question it does. The flip side, this is a guy who gets dinged every once in a while. That's why I'm a little bit concerned about his future when it comes to a punt returner. He gets nicked up in-game, and he spends time in the blue tent. Don't get me wrong, he's a tough customer, but that's part of it. So I like this. If for what it's worth, Shaheed, 5 touchdowns, the most he's ever scored. That was in 2023. 719 yards is the most he's ever had in a season in 2023. Okay? And he just got 34.7 guaranteed. I think that's a good deal. Jaden Reed, all right, teammate of Christian Watson. 3 years, $50.5 million, $20 million guaranteed. He missed a great deal of time last year. He missed, I think it was 10 games. You look at his career, 3 years in, 191 receptions, 1,857 yards, 13.5 the average, 15 touchdowns. Still, $20 million guaranteed. Some very easily reachable incentives and escalators within the contract where he's going to get much more of that $51 million as long as he stays on the roster. Okay? So I think that's basically, the three contracts that you look at. The Christian Watson one just blows me away. If the Jags signed Washington to a 4-year deal for over $100 million, I would be concerned about the back end of the contract. I would be concerned about year 3 and year 4. How does the dead money look? Again, the Jaguars have done a sensational job trying to build themselves out of the hole that Bulky left as far as dead cap money. Remember, a year ago, it was what, $84 million. They had over $13 million for Sheriff. You had $13 million for Kirk. You had $13 million for Ingram, which was the only offseason decision I disagreed with. I felt they should have kept him around. But we realized that that's not Liam Cohen football, right? You're not going to stick with a non-blocking tight end. Now, they used to pick in the 5th round with Koziol, but Koziol with that frame, as I said, when I interviewed him, man, he's a legit 6'7". Looks like he weighs 220. He's listed at 250 with good weight. I mean, this could be a 275-pound, 280-pound tight end who can move in a few years. This year's dead money, $54,800,000. Wow. Tyson Campbell, 19.5. Gabe Davis, 14.6. That should be enough to ruin your Monday. I actually feel bad for mentioning that. Greg Newsome, $7 million. Darnell Savage, $6.2 million. You go through them all, $54.8 million. So that's big dead cap money. You're always going to have it. All 32 teams do. But you want to lessen that. And again, that only applies against the salary cap. It has no effect to you. It has no effect to me. And the salary cap in a lot of these circles almost look like it's a complete fraud. Because for the most part, you can always find your way through the salary cap. The only thing that you have to be really smart of is the future. And what money is going to come back and really hurt you, either under the cap or if you decide to move on from them, the dead cap money. See, the Lions moved on from Terry and Arnold today. What a bizarre story. You were in Vegas when the OJ thing went down. Doesn't this have a little bit of an OJ Simpson feel to it when OJ and his henchmen went into the hotel to go to the memorabilia dealer and ask for his stuff back? I mean, the front part of the Terry and Arnold story's basically been forgotten because they went back, abducted them, and then beat them.
Yeah, and that's the mistake you don't make. You can steal your own stuff back. Well, you can't, but I mean, and no one would be on the other side if it was like, yeah, well, he stole his own stuff,
right?
Like he got his own stuff back. But then it's when it turns into, oh no, you're going to commit like a crime. Oh
right.
No.
Right. That to me, that's still hilarious how he avoided a double homicide, but went to the pen for, what did he go for, like 12 or 15 years or something like that for trying to steal back his own memorabilia?
Yeah, the best part was when he got out and you'd just see him at like a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
You'd just be like,
yeah. He played golf every day out there in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
You just randomly see the juice at a bar.
There you go. And so Terry and Arnold, man, good football player. But they said that's it. Today, he has been released by the Lions. All right, let me tell you about Miller Electric because they're hiring, okay? They've been in business now for more than 96 years, okay? Another real staple in our city. They're constantly recognized as one of the top companies here in Jacksonville. No matter where you go, what do you see? You see building and building and building and building. Look at the streets. Look at everything. Well, Miller Electric, they've got their fingertips all over that, all right? They're everywhere you look, and they're hiring. So here goes. Miller Careers. If you are undervalued, underpaid right now as an electrician, Miller Careers. If you're looking for a career change, maybe you've hit a roadblock and you need something to Miller Careers. If college isn't for you, it's too expensive, it's not what you thought it was, and you want to get into a trade, what about being an electrician? So all sorts of starting places, including if you don't know anything about the field, they'll teach you at Miller Electric. Top pay, incredible benefits, and this one I can absolutely stand by. What a culture over there. People care about one another. It is a fantastic company. If you're looking for a change, go to Miller Careers. All right, let's get some of your feedback. What do you want here on Parker? Or do you not agree that it shouldn't be Parker, it should be someone else? I'm looking for some terms from you people. Give me years, money, give us guaranteed cash.
There's no place like the United States of America.
And I just want to say, oh, beautiful, for spacious skies.
Have a star-spangled 4th from 1010XL.
Northeast Florida isn't just where we work, it's our home. I'm Chris Campione, and when an accident turns your life upside down, you need a law firm that truly understands this community. At Campione Law, we treat our clients like neighbors, not case numbers, and you don't pay a dime unless we recover for you. From semi-truck accidents to medical malpractice and even workers' compensation, we handle it all. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Lauren Brooks here. If you're like most of us at 1010XL, you have a list of things you want to get done before football season begins. Make an appointment today to check out Closets by Design's new showroom on Phillips Highway, especially the awesome man cave with a full bar. Closets by Design can customize the perfect entertainment space for you to gather for game days. Call 904-878-9393 to schedule your free in-home design consultation and get 40% off plus an additional 15% off and free installation, or visit closetsbydesign.com.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
You can actually win a side-by-side at Best Bet St. Augustine?
You know it. Only at Best Bet. The more you play, the more chances you have to win.
Poker, great food and drinks, and a chance to drive home in that side-by-side?
That's what all the buzz is about.
Play your favorite poker and table games at Best Bet St. Augustine for your chance to win an incredible side-by-side. Earn entries now through August 7th. Grand prize giveaway happens August 8th.
Now this just got serious.
Get in the action. Feel the excitement at Best Bet St. Augustine. Details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hicken here, or maybe you should call me Dreamfinders Danny. Look what Dreamfinders is doing again, an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
I'm with Sullivan from Cycles of Jacksonville and Sullivan. You love the beach and you love to ride, so tell everybody what Honda's got cooking right now.
Yes, definitely. Here at Cycles of Jacksonville, we have a full line: Hondas, Vespas, Triumphs, everything you can think of just to ride to the beach. It's going to be the best summer ever when you hop on that ride this year.
And so if you head to the showroom first, you're going to see all sorts of examples of what they can enjoy.
Exactly. Come see us at the showroom, Atlantic Boulevard. We're ready to see you there.
You can log on, check out their Facebook page or cyclesofjacksonville.com.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Stay hydrated, folks. It is hot. But that's okay. As long as you keep pouring whatever it is down your throat. And I think the best way to judge that is pretty simple. Are you going to the bathroom? There's been times where I've played golf and I've been drinking a ton, and you play 18 holes and I'm like, damn, man, I didn't even have to go. That's not good. That's not good at all. You got to start drinking and drinking and drinking until you get that to pass through. You spent many years in Las Vegas with that quote-unquote dry heat. Today was probably the hottest it's been. How do you measure the humidity here compared to what you had in Vegas?
It was rough today. It is a very wet heat here. I have a rule because I've always driven beaters. I don't do AC because it would always just dog the engine.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to break my no AC rule.
You don't have an AC now in your new vehicle?
No, I do. I have it. I've never used it in my entire life. I've always driven a car that if I turned on the AC, suddenly I couldn't go 55.
See, I'm a windows open all the time, but I still crank the AC even with the windows open. But yeah, I've been to Vegas. I'm trying to think if I was in Vegas ever in the dead of the summer. I don't know. Maybe there was a fight, decades ago when I was in Chicago. You always hear that dry heat, and I was in Phoenix in late February, dealt with some of the dry heat. It's a incredible difference, humidity. Even being back in Boston last week, people were like, oh my God, it's so humid here. It's so hot. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, try comparing that to us here in Duval. And again, this ain't a complaint. I never complain about the heat. It's why I live here. I'd rather have this than cold days. But just keep yourself hydrated. No question about it. Is this true that a woman was killed by an alligator in Seminole County River? And I say that, it's on Action News Jax. I say that now because, honestly, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. And I understand it's only going to get worse. But why is this happening? I mean, every story that I go to, it's like, it used to be the rule of journalism was don't you dare break news until you at least check with two sources. Of course, that went out the window decades ago. But nowadays, when I see something on my phone or whatever, and it's what I think, newsworthy or an intriguing story, it's like, did that really happen? Apparently it did, but so I feel awful. 31 years of age, her whole life ahead of her. But I'm going to ask the common question. I talked about being in the ocean Saturday and Sunday this week. It is my only phobia. I am petrified of sharks. But why in the hell would someone swim in fresh water around here? Okay? Sharks can be finicky, right? Sharks are never happy. They're like a mother-in-law. They roll in with all these ideas, but typically they won't do anything, right? They'll just have a lot to say, but they'll ignore you. They'll swim around you. I mean, it's very rare for a shark bite. A gator's totally opposite. A gator's like an ex-wife, okay? No matter what the situation is, she's getting out of it with a mouthful. A gator could have just mowed down a deer, okay? But if he sees you, he's like, even though I got a pea brain, here's the way I am. I'm going to take you. I'm going to roll you. I'm going to drown you. I'm going to bury you. So ask yourself that question. Why would you swim in fresh water? Gators don't fool around. Hungry or not, they're coming. Sharks, totally different story. Ballou, this is from Robert Lamison on YouTube. I got to find out how to sign up to this. We just changed our passwords. Again, I'm not really with it when it comes to modern technology. I'll find a way to not hit the caps or not. I'll screw it up, especially with these sausage fingers. Let's see here. I just had it and I lost it. $34 million guaranteed, 3 years, $51 million. Hope he takes a team-friendly deal. I used to laugh at hometown discounts. I used to laugh at team-friendly deals. You know what? Jacksonville's gotten a few of them as of late. I think the Brenton Strange deal was a victory for both the organization and a victory for Brenton Strange. I think the Buster Brown deal probably would have had an opportunity to make more money if he tested things in the open market. 3 years, $51 million, 34 guaranteed. You know, I'd be fine with that. We just talked about Shaheed's deal in Seattle. 3 years, $51 million, $34.7 million guaranteed. I see where you're going with that. Ballou, I think Devon Hamilton deserves the new contract over AJ and Parker. Didn't he only play 44% of the snaps last year, Devon Hamilton? He had a good year. It felt like he was heavily endorsed by teammates, including Josh Hines-Allen, who called him the best interior defensive lineman. Devon Hamilton has struggled early in his career. His biggest problem was he left his feet too much. He's become a better football player. He had the brutal health situation back in 2024. It's a young man's game. I'm not going to side with you there. Certainly nowhere near Parker. Right now, to me, I want to believe that Antonio Johnson has a higher ceiling than Devon Hamilton, but we know the Jags are down in numbers overall. That'll be pretty interesting. Let me peek ahead here before we head to our next break. Devon Hamilton this year, $12.448 million. All right, $12,448,000. Final year of his contract. Okay, voidable year next year. It's the final year of his deal. So I don't know what the market is going to be. He's 29. He'll be 30 next year. I'm going to hold off on that. I am. Now, he's a guy that they really like. Okay, and that's important in this. We've talked about, just how much loving the game of football and them being in the building really matters. And I think that's important. Again, all I got to do is look at the Terry and Arnold situation today. I've always been pretty outspoken about character and what have you, but in some senses, it absolutely means something. And I think that's the case there with Hamilton. I just don't know what the asking price would be. I mean, you're not signing Devon Hamilton to a 3 or 4 year deal. Ideally, what you'd want is a year, maybe 2. There's no way his agent is going to sign off on that. They know that this is going to be his last contract, and he already re-upped here. I mean, Hamilton's been around now, 7 years? My name is Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 and get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim issued in, non-withdrawable. Predictions, dollars that expire in 1 year, ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Warmer weather, longer days, lighter meals, more time outside. Summer gives weight loss a head start. Awaken 180 gives you the plan to make it happen. Ride the momentum with Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company is hiring for an estimator. Are you a motivated, customer-focused professional who enjoys working with people and doing things the right way? We want to hear from you. Send your resume to JCW Roof at jcwroof.com or call 904-396-1546. Family owned and operated since 1946. Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
America's turning 250, and Superior Fireworks is ready for the biggest 4th of July in a generation. Beat the rush and save during their 4th of July early sale. Today only. Shop early for the best prices, selection, and shopping experience before huge last-minute crowds arrive. Superior Fireworks, the locally owned fireworks superstore, right on Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park and at superiorfireworks.com/radio.
The weather is heating up, and it's time to drop a line in the water. Gear up today at Green Acres Sporting Goods, Jacksonville's fishing headquarters. From Shimano and Penn Reels to Zoom baits and much more for saltwater and freshwater fishing. They've got everything you need to land the big one. And when your gear needs work, trust their expert rod and reel repair to keep you casting like new. Stop by Green Acres today or shop online at greenacresporting.com.
Yo, what's happening, folks? It's your main man, E to the T here. And are you craving scratch-made food, ice-cold 29-degree beer, and every game on wall-to-wall TVs? Head over to Twin Peaks, your ultimate sports lodge.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's a big week. It's a short week. We get Friday off. Tip of the cap to all of you folks out there who are working. If you're not salaried, hopefully you get time and a half or double time. Mean that. Talking about Robert Lamison earlier, gave us the 3 years, $51 million, 34 of which is guaranteed. He also reminds us that O.J. Simpson is not going to be part of the new stadium in Buffalo. They're just going to say it's not happening. Okay? I've been to the current stadium in Buffalo, 3-4 times for Jaguars games. And his jersey is retired. His name is up on the stadium. It's not going to be a part of the new stadium. And, you always hear the phrase, you can't change history. Oh, really? Well, you can do your best, right? And in a lot of these situations, it's absolutely understandable because of our very poor history, centuries ago. Look at all the statues that have come down. So whenever you hear someone say, oh, you just cannot erase history, here's another example of it. So when, the dad takes the young son to Buffalo, he points up and says, look at this, Joe Cribbs. He was a great running back here in Buffalo. You've got Cook. He was a great back here in Buffalo. You've got, McCoy, right? He was the back before going off to Seattle. No mention of O.J. Simpson.
I kind of hope they do. I don't know if you ever played the old baseball, video games. Barry Bonds refused to be in them, so they would, have just a random guy who played for the Giants, and it'd be Giants batter. And everybody's like, this is Barry Bonds. I wonder if they'll just put up his jersey with no name on it.
What? Now, why did Bonds do that? I know he was a difficult guy, but I've never been a video game player. Why did you do that?
I assume his salary demands were not met. I know that Bill Belichick also would never show up in Madden, so you would just have any coach, New England coach.
When I started in this business, I held the clipboard for both Lynn Swan and Jack Arute at ABC Sports, who, of course, are part of the family of ESPN. And I remember Lynn Swan was signing some autographs, and someone handed him a Topps card, and he refused to sign it. And he was saying something on the lines of he didn't want to be represented by Topps. There may even have been a year where he did not have a Topps football card. But imagine that. And he's signing everything. USC, Pittsburgh. Someone hands him a card. He says, no, sorry. I'm just not going to sign it. So I'll never forget that. 75-12 Blue just caught a shark in fresh water this weekend. After seeing some gators 15 minutes before St. John's River is full of it. No way. 54-96 Blue. It's mating season, too. Yeah. You know what that means? Horny gators, horny sharks. And if they're not getting any, they're going to be that much more pissed. They're going to come after you and rip you apart. It's just awful. 92-61. Speaking of the heat, I'm a mailman out here at the beach. I've been out in the street since about 9:30 this morning, and I'm just headed back to the station. Wow. That's a lot of work, man. Getting in and out. Travel with the doors open. Best of luck to you. Stay hydrated. What do you do if you're a mailman? You have to go. You just pull into a convenience store or something? You knock on someone's door? I don't know. That's a question I've never really considered before. If you're a mailman. 0981 Blue. I'm a pretty casual with baseball. I stumbled upon the Yanks Red Sox game yesterday, and holy S-bomb. That was pure entertainment. 8 innings, no hitter, crazy comeback from New York. Red Sox still pulled it off. Makes you think if they kept the pitcher, they could have had a 2. Yeah, but he was up over 100 pitches. You know what's great about Sonny Gray? How's this for a stat? He now has exactly 2,000 career strikeouts in 2,000 career innings. That's pretty cool. That is absolutely pretty cool. 2-2, and he didn't even get the win yesterday after throwing no-hit baseball into the 8th frame. Red Sox have won 4 in a row against the Yankees. Let me see. Let's head to this break. Second hour is going to be about you. I do think I want to get into. I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going to go yet. There's a couple of possibilities. I think New York's off. No, they're not. They're playing the Tigers. That's getting underway in about 10 minutes. So Detroit at New York tonight. Not a lot of things that Florida State can be happy about nowadays. I mean, really, with anything. But one of them is Parker Messick, the rookie pitcher, the wrong armor for the Tribe. He's going tonight as well. Texas visiting Cleveland. 7-4, 2.67, a whip just over 1, and 101 strikeouts and 94 in a third inning. So be keeping an eye on Parker Messick as well. All right, our second hour is coming up. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you are as well. 2 ways you can join us tonight. 641-1010 on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Also on YouTube. Just go to 1010XL into the night.
Mike Dempsey.
Bigger, stronger, and a lot meaner than you. Plus,
He gives you everything you need to know about your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Welcome to the jungle, tough guy.
10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
You don't know what's out there.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
When it comes to orthopedic care, experience matters, and teamwork matters even more. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, our fellowship-trained specialists work together to treat a full range of conditions, from knees and shoulders to spine, sports injuries, and joint replacement. You'll be guided by the right specialist for your needs, with coordinated care and personalized treatment plans designed for better outcomes. Smarter care, faster access, trusted expertise. Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh, yeah. Used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
And that concludes the Joe C. Jack of All Trades show. Tune in next week where I'll be installing my own French drain.
Joe, wake up, man.
Hey, John, I must have dozed off.
We finished those projects you started.
Whoa, my seamless gutters are actually seamless.
And they're connected into underground PVC drain lines.
And my sprinklers. Wow, look at that coverage.
Next time, just call me first, Joe.
I will, but I ain't singing that song.
Clear water irrigation
and drainage too.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Birthdays, anniversaries, and graduations happen year-round. That's why it's good to have Kuhn Flowers on hand to send that floral arrangement with a simple click, call, or showroom visit. This is RJ. Make Kuhn Flowers your go-to when you need to send your love.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hour number 2, got a bunch of World Cup stuff up. Love it. How about the Travelers Championship? Victor Hovland, a winner earlier today. It was all right there for Scotty Scheffler. Missed a 2-foot putt. I mean, just think of the majors so far this year and what Scotty did not do in majors. Do you realize that right now the Texan leads in total strokes gained from tee to green, scoring average, birdie average, and bogey avoidance? Yet, he just can't putt. And he made some big putts yesterday. I'll give him that. See, he made some save par putts yesterday. But a 2-footer. And he continues to get a bunch of second-place finishes, very good paycheck, but just hasn't worked out the way that I think that many would expect when it does come to Scotty Scheffler. It's one of the reasons why I love input from listeners, okay? No smoke here. This is the truth. 8446 says, Ballou, any chance the team doesn't re-sign anyone this season and unloads on an important free agent signing going into the playoffs, assuming we are in the playoffs? Okay, you can't sign anyone unless they are a street free agent after the trade deadline. But prior to the trade deadline, absolutely. And it's a great comment because look at what this football team did a year ago with Jacoby Myers. So that absolutely could be, a big part of all of this when it's said and done. And to me, it would be, and I'm going to base this without talking about the possibility of an injury, okay? And that's impossible because all 32 teams are going to have guys who are injured. But to me, it's the defensive line. It's who's available as an edge. Maybe Thibodeau, who's going to be a free agent at the end of the year for the New York Giants. A guy like Vita Vea down the road in Tampa. If Todd Bowles and the Buccaneers struggle. Again, Todd Bowles, I don't know if I'm going to have time to get into this tonight, which is somewhat disappointing. But if not, I'll just get to it another night. But I've been looking at the hot seat. I'm always a big fan of that. I mean, there were 10 coaching changes a year ago in the NFL. Think about that for a moment. 10 of the 32 head coaches either were fired or, in the case of Mike Tomlin, he elected to resign. And the 2 longest tenured coaches in the NFL are gone. And John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, that comes on the heels of some coaches in the last couple of years. Pete Carroll last year, Bill Belichick 2 years ago. I mean, guys have been around here for a very long period of time, are no longer coaching. But anyway, when I looked at Todd Bowles, okay, you realize this guy has won the NFC South 3 times in 4 years. Last year was the first time he didn't win the NFC South, but he has a combined record of 35-33. And if you go to the playoffs, he's 1-3. So he is 36-36 lifetime as a coach in Tampa. If Levante David is gone, Mike Evans is gone, you got the whole, are they going to be able to, re-up with Baker Mayfield? Are they going to pay him just an insane amount of money? So, a guy like Vea could be available. I don't think there's any question about that. So those are the guys you will begin to look at. But yes, I think that's a big part of this. I still think they can afford to get Parker Washington done. 0845. Mailmen pee in their trucks. Some of them do. That is tremendous. Occupations where that does take place. Professional football players. During camp, yes. During a game, no. I wonder where else that happens. Maybe if you're a caddy, right? If you're a caddy. He is not grandma. He's a caddy from the great Caddyshack. Obviously, anything to do with the water, right? I mean, some will say the ocean is just a toilet. 1729, Rick, my lady friend caught a trouser. You tried to get me. Oh, my goodness, you tried to get me, 1729. I'm going to stack pads right here and just go with a use your imagination in his pool. Pretty good stuff. Give me an Eddie Jockman right now. Give me a Rogie Vachon right now. Give me a Chris Osgood right now. Give me a Ron Tugnut right now. Did I read this one? Yeah, I think I did. I think we did. 0937 Blue. We had a boat guide in Mount Doro swims in the lakes and state and said the gators won't bother you. Yeah, if you're in the middle of the body of the water, she swims in those waters every day, has never been bitten. I also think she is insane. Okay. The worst phrase you can ever hear from anyone when it comes to the water. Oh, there's no sharks in these waters. Oh, there's no gators in these waters. You don't know what's out there. Period. Okay? You don't know. It's one of the great lines from Jaws when he says, oh, there's not that type of shark in these waters. Oh, yeah? You just don't know. There's no way of proving it. Bro, Smashing Pumpkins on October 17th. Let's go. Well, what day is that? Crying out loud. I mean, I work. I'm going to St. Lucia in a couple of weeks, and then I will not take any time off during football. It's a grueling 2-hour day, and I'm going to be here for it during the entire football season. October 17th. It's on a Saturday. All right, there's a chance. I mean, Florida State sucks. It's not like I'm going to be sticking around to watch them play. Let me see what the Jaguars' schedule looks like the very next day. The Jags, they have a 9:30 game in London against Houston. And every time I see that, my blood boils. Your blood should boil as well. That is crap. There's no other way to say it. That is an absolute freaking travesty that you are playing Houston in London. Don't try to camouflage it. Don't try to soothe it out. This is awful. Here we are talking about a playoff team. Here we are talking about getting Parker Washington signed. Here we are talking about where this football team can be. And you got to play Philly and then Houston. 2 home games. Awful. Absolutely awful. You see what's going on that college football Saturday. College football's not even up on the grid here, for crying out loud. I mean, I haven't clicked onto it lately. I mean, I guess a whole heck of a lot of our hosts haven't clicked on it here lately. What do you mean college sports? Can't you just give me college football, for crying out loud? Here we go. What do you say, October 17th? Week 7. All right, Thursday, but it's every game, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Auburn, Georgia, oldest rivalry in the South. Kind of want to watch that. That'll be at 3:30, 4:30. You got Kentucky at Oklahoma. Kind of want to watch that. You got Alabama, Tennessee. Kind of want to watch that. You got Florida, Texas. Kind of want to watch that. Notre Dame, BYU, kind of want to keep an eye on that. Arizona State, Texas Tech, want to keep an eye on that. Cincinnati, West Virginia, nah. Apologies to Aaron Beasley. What else? Utah, Colorado. Always like watching Deion Sanders and Colorado teams. I do. Florida State at Miami. Oh, man. Maybe I'll just blow that thing off. The only Florida State-Florida game, or really any game I ever did not have any interest in, was I think it was, I don't know if it was 2007 or 2008, but it was Florida State. It was Tebow. And you just knew that Florida State was going to get clobbered. And I didn't even look at the game. I remember teeing off over in Hammock Beach in Palm Coast at that phenomenal golf course right on the ocean. My old buddy Vic, who used to own the Chicago Pizzas here in town. So get back to me on that. And who are we talking about? The Smashing Pumpkins? I don't even really like the Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, maybe it's a good time. Penn State plays Michigan. Ohio State plays Indiana. I think what we've just realized, Nebraska plays Oregon. Wisconsin plays UCLA. This is the greatest weekend in the history of college football when the Smashing Pumpkins are coming in. So there you go. You an LV guy? What do you with college football? Do you really care much? You obviously got to love college hoops. So what about football?
Well, I mean, UNLV actually started to be good right as I was leaving town. So it's very weird because UNLV is a basketball school, like obviously. But the football team has been good the last 3 years. So it's very weird that
Dan Mullen's still there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked. We thought he was going to rehab, do 1 year, and then go all right, where in the SEC can I get off to?
Yeah, around here, we'll see what ends up happening. Obviously, Florida continuously changes their coaches, but I wonder if they look back on it, if they could have sued that thing out with Dan Mullen. Would that have been their best overall? I mean, right now everyone's up on John Summerall, but I was actually reading a lot about college football today. Read a couple of different things that have Florida projected to be 6-6. That's not good enough, even if it is year one. That's not even close to being good enough. And all the changes, everything that has gone wrong, Dan Mullen also quit. The worst thing Dan Mullen ever did at Florida was, after the SEC. What was it, the bowl game? And he said, we left it on the field during the SEC championship, and Florida played their last game whenever it was, a week ago or 2 weeks. You can't say something like that. And he did. But if that's the attitude he had and his team had, that's the reason why they lost that bowl game. Anyway, we will see. All right, we got much more that we want to do here tonight, getting some good stuff from you. That was a really good question. I would not be surprised at all if Jacksonville tries to do that with a pending free agent. Can you get him? And in the case of Jacoby Myers, what did they do? They got him and they signed him. So I think that's part of the equation as well, because you never know what the asking price is going to be. And hopefully it's a late round pick because it's a big salary and you take on the salary, but also it's a guy that you think can really contribute not only for the stretch run, but in future years, you can get that particular deal taken care of. All right, we got much more to do with you tonight till 8 o'clock. This is Into the Night.
Living in Duval. Loving Duval.
Duval, man.
1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio. This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Henkel, official partner of U.S. Soccer. The first match with extra time in this World Cup, Germany and Paraguay are still even at 1 in the 110th minute in Boston. A Germany goal from Jonathan Tah in the 102nd minute was disallowed by VAR because of a foul on the goalie, certainly a questionable call. Germany was down 1-0 at halftime, tying the match on a Kai Havertz header in the 54th minute. If they're tied after 120 minutes in stoppage time, they will go to penalty kicks. It's been a thrilling start to the knockout round. Gabriel Martinelli scored in the 95th minute, and Brazil rallied to beat Japan 2-1 in Houston. They'll face the winner of tomorrow's match between Ivory Coast and Norway. The nightcap in Monterrey, the Netherlands and Morocco, 9 Eastern, with Canada awaiting the winner. With this 2026 World Soccer Update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
Get ready to gear up for the final stretch. Henkel Summer of Soccer Sweepstakes is giving fans the chance to win U.S. Soccer store gift cards to stock up on everything you need to support the home team. Last chance to win, enter now. No purchase necessary. Starts June 16th and ends July 31st, 2026. Must be 18 and a resident of the contiguous United States. Sponsored by Henkel. Henkel, proud partner of U.S. Soccer.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog, but they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Our front paws, hands or feet.
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, johnautomotivejacks.com.
Everybody's loving the incredible free finance offer at Beard's Diamonds, but you better hurry. Time is running out. Hicken here. You have until 6 p.m. June 30th to get zero interest financing for 5 years. This extraordinary offer will not be extended. Don't wait. Beards has the engagement rings, the wedding bands, the earrings, the pendants, the bracelets, case after case of exquisite jewelry she wants. You can get the lowest price now and then spread your payments over 5 years with zero interest. Take a $6,000 diamond tennis bracelet. Get Beard's value price, pay zero down, and pay $100 a month for 5 years. In a world of high interest rates, it's too good to be true. But it's happening now through June 30th at Beard's Diamonds. Beard's Diamonds, the only local jeweler at the town center, giving Jacksonville the selection, value, service, and quality you deserve. Big box chain stores can't even come close. So hurry in to take advantage of free financing. Shop local. Shop Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
In the heart of Gator Nation, a voice rises above the roar of the swamp. Take Time Out with Patrick Young, Friday mornings at 8:30, tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers on 1010XL.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, pal. Where have you been?
Out on the town, every night.
Way to go, Tiger.
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, Jason. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm getting all these Visa gift cards in the mail. I'm spending them as fast as I can, but...
Wait, you're getting random gift cards in the mail?
$25, $100. I'm buying drinks, I'm buying dinner. I don't think I'm cut out to be a social butterfly, Jason.
Pal, those are from our Bueller Air and Plumbing referral program.
They are?
Yeah. If you recommend Bueller Air and Plumbing to a friend or family member and they book us for a service call, we send you a $25 Visa gift card as a thank you. And if we install a new system, we send a $100 gift card.
So if I take a girl out and tell her about Bueller, I might get enough to take another girl out and tell her about Bueller?
I mean, it's not the worst idea you've had.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hacker here for Cornerstone Interior Solutions. If your AC is working overtime every summer, your insulation may be the problem. Homeowners and builders across Northeast Florida are calling Cornerstone to upgrade to spray foam insulation. It seals homes, crawl spaces, garages, blocking in cool air and blocking out heat. So your home stays cooler, your system runs easier, and your energy bills stay under control. Don't wait for peak heat. Visit CornerstoneInteriorSolutions.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, happened over the weekend, Jacob Mizorowski, 105.5 miles per hour. I mean, he is just getting better. He's upping it almost consistently every fifth day. And that is just out of this world. No doubt about it. Flamethrower. 60-65. Rick, no Braves game tonight. I think we're going to watch the Gilgo Beach serial killer series on Netflix. You know anything about that one? Yeah, I've seen it. It's very good. I've seen all the material on the Long Island Killer. You talk about awful cop work for years. I mean, what was the movie that came out on that? Who was the one who starred? It's not Amy Adams. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. The mother of one of the daughters who, was a prostitute. By the way, when you see these movies on serial killers and they're defined as, but she was a prostitute. Are you kidding me? It's still a freaking human being. It's like you draw the line. Oh, the fact that she's a prostitute, it means that, she's not someone's daughter. She's not someone's sister. She doesn't have children of her own. I understand it's not a profession that you want to get into, but you're still talking about a human life. It amazes me how people go down that road. You know what I'm talking about here? The old movie involved with, and this was based on a true story they made for a Hollywood movie. You know what I'm talking about? The actress is going to drive me crazy. Blonde-haired actress. Did a great job in this movie. But anyway, this is the Netflix series. I've seen all the documentaries on it. The only surprise, I won't spoil it for you, but it's been out forever. Not necessarily the Netflix series, but the man arrested at the crime is that he had everyone fooled. I mean, he worked in the city. He was a big-time businessman. That was some shady, shady stuff there. Gosh, that's going to bother me now. I thought it was called Gone Girls, but I looked it up, and that's the Ben Affleck one, so it's not called that. But it's a very, very good movie. Maybe you can figure that out, or maybe someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Based on the true story. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into it. 50-22 Ballou. One thing you can be certain of, there's always sharks in the ocean. No doubt. You talk about a road trip. I mean, I'll complain about two things. 9:30 games in London and anything that has to do with my body being in the ocean. That's it. That's it. Good parenting yesterday, a grandparenting, I guess. Not technically. It is not Charlize Theron in Monster, 60-65. It's a very good film, and that's Eileen Wuornos, and you can still visit that bar. It's in, what's it called? Port Orange, maybe, right out by Daytona. It's called The Last Resort, where she was arrested. You walk in there, and there's a sign that says, The Last Resort, home of cool guys and, what was it again? Cool guys and killer women. With Charlize Theron. They play that on a loop in this bar. You've seen Monster, right?
Is that the one where she did she had like a pound of like makeup and prosthetics on?
Well, she put on weight. Christine Ricci's her lover.
That's okay. Yes, I have seen it then.
And she's just absolutely insane. This is the first female serial killer. BTK also from the neck of the woods growing up. BTK was another responsible guy. He was like the guy that would come knock on your door and say, excuse me, your lawn is a little bit too long. You're going to have to get that bad boy cut. Or we saw your dog defecate on someone else's lawn. He'd do that, and every once in a while he'd do it and just go in for the kill. And he was so stupid, Dennis Rader was, that he actually from the bowels of a church used their computer, sent a thing to the police and said, if I send you some stuff, do you promise not to locate where it's coming from? Cops lied, said, yeah, They found it. He sent it, and he was arrested. He took like 10 years off in Wichita without murdering anyone. And he was one of the few. It didn't matter who you were. You know, usually there's a pattern, male, female, young, transient, same sex. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Gacy, both gay. They only killed men. Right? Ted Bundy, a coward, good looking, only killed women. Gary Ridgway, the serial killer of, you know, the Greenway serial killer, only killed transients. It's amazing how that works. Ballou, HVAC guys pee on the roof. Don't quote me. 93.8. I'm not going to quote you on that. That can't be true, right? I mean, there's just no way. 95, 98. Ballou, there's an easy test to see if the sharks or gators are in the body of water. You simply touch the body of the water. If it's wet, there's a gator or shark in it. 95, 98. Outstanding. Yes. That I agree with. Don't forget the old show supermarket sweep. Ah, there you go. Finally got someone to respond to what I said at 6 o'clock. Love it when you come in late. There's a guy telling me he also worked 13 hours today. Had to help a driver. Started at 2 a.m. Damn. And the night shift. A lot of respect for you people on the night shift. I got to take this break. I want to talk about this tomorrow. This Phil Mickelson thing's getting out of control. I mean, it really is. And I'm going to take the same approach on this that I take with absolutely everything. You see that Dave Portnoy today of Barstool came out and said that the two ladies, it's Alex Cooper and someone else, Sophia Franklin, they call me daddy, that they were threatening to bring up sexual assault allegations to get out of their contract. And that's what should worry everyone out there, okay? If you're guilty, that's one thing. But you can also have allegations that are unfounded throwing against you. And it becomes a he said, she said. Well, the stuff on Phil Mickelson is just out of control. And the worst part of it, maybe not the worst, but a part of this that is just also incredibly unthinkable is, man, did he ever break the bro code? I mean, to have Pat Perez using the restroom, allegedly, and Phil Mickelson makes an advance on Pat Perez's wife, shows her a nude photograph, and says, when Pat falls asleep, come on in to my room. Stuff like this goes on all the time. Is this true? I don't know. Alan Shipnuck came out with it. Again, I used to love this man as a golf writer. He wrote the favorite golf book that I've ever read, called Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It's about Rich Beam and his former caddy, Steve Duplantis. Shipnuck's kind of gone off the deep end lately. He's become more of a rogue writer, if you will. But he went on and on and on this about these several sexual misconduct allegations that are happening now against Phil Mickelson, where he's, removed himself from a couple of different clubs. And I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. But just a separate part of this that I don't think really anyone is going to get into. Man, it's all about the boys. It's all about your friends. How can you do this to a buddy of yours? It's one thing to do it to someone who's married, right? And in this case, he is married. But to go against that, I just really have a problem with it. I'm looking for something here. I'm looking for a read, and I can't find it, man. I love it when usually the desk is really cluttered when something good has happened. It's been a big win for the team, but I don't know how to explain myself here today. I just had that stuff. So anyway, I'll continue to look. But if you want to give us your thoughts on that, you can at 641-1010. That is the best way to do it on our text line. You can also reach out to us on YouTube, 1010XL into the night. I'm not able to return anything tonight on the YouTube because we changed our passwords. It's necessary in the world of hacking, and I'll eventually get around to doing that, hopefully by tomorrow's show. I am Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida, win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL. Spend $5 to get $200 total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable. Predictions, dollars that expire in 1 year, ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions. Promo.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Retired U.S. Navy Commander Chris Valdivia from American Roll-On Roll-Off Carrier. The hardest transition isn't deployment, it's coming home. Be part of the solution at ONU's Mission Possible Gala, October 17th at Sawgrass Marriott. For information and to register, go to onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
Dinner tonight? Make it easy and make it something everyone will love. With the Flame Broiler Family Meal Plan, you can feed 4 fast with fresh, flavorful options. You get 20 ounces of your choice of protein. Mix and match your favorites, plus steamed rice and a fresh veggie medley. It's a complete no-stress meal the whole family can agree on, starting at just $34.99. Skip the cooking tonight. Bring the family together and stop by any of Flame Broiler's 5 locations today.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Pickett here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools has been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Whiskey Myers. So come on! Live in concert. All right now. Friday, October 2nd, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. With special guest, the Ransom Brothers. Get tickets now at AXS.com. Don't miss Whiskey Myers Live.
Summer is finally here, and it's time to take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. Hicken here. Don't let rising gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Zero Res is keeping comfortable affordable with a powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. Zero Res can handle every surface in your home. Carpets, tile, grout, hardwood, laminate, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and more. Take 25% off all services except air duct cleaning. That's $5.99 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Ask for the 1010XL special.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, spent a lot of time today on Brenton Strange. Now the money is set, which does include the signing bonus. We have a much better understanding as to where things are for Jacksonville. They were about $9.4 million under the cap last week. After this extension, right now they sit just a smidge over $8 million. It's actually $8 million and $23,000. So there you go. Plenty of money. Still to make some moves. A lot of what we did here on the program was really crunching numbers with Parker Washington. I think that every day that goes by, that market goes up for Parker Washington. The flip side of all of this is I believe the Jaguars are doing something right now that I never thought was going to happen again. And that is getting deals that are considered a hometown discount. I mean, to me, that phrase had been completely eliminated from anything that involves sports. I feel like that's the situation for Brenton Strange. And that is the situation for Buster Brown. Could it be the situation here for Parker Washington? I don't know Parker well. I talk with him when the camera's on. They all know that when they're getting interviewed, but he seems like such a respectable guy, team guy. I'd be surprised if they don't give him an offer that he likes and he accepts that offer, that it becomes now I'll play out the year and test waters after the season. Who knows? His agent's doing the talking. Now, I will say one thing about Parker Washington. You know, he came in as a major underdog. He came in as a 6th-round pick. So I'm not calling him an underachiever, but it seems like he's always had to fight for respect. A lot of you people now won't agree to it, won't admit it. But I remember you. I remember last offseason when you're like, can you trade Parker Washington for a 6th-round pick? It was the same deal. Can you either trade Tank Bigsby or can you trade Travis Etienne? I remember it. I don't make stuff up. We'll see what ends up happening. Amy Ryan is the girl that I was looking for in Lost Girls, made in 2020. Very, very good movie. And again, that's a Hollywood-made movie. This is not a Netflix documentary or anything along those lines. This is a movie. If you don't know who Amy Adams is, she was in Gone, Baby, Gone. You know, a similar situation where the baby was snatched up and she's in Southie. Screaming at her aunt, you leave me alone, B. Which is a classic Southie name. Just B. It's not B in the capital B, like the Boston Red Sox who swept the New York Yankees. It's B as in B-E-A. But she's really good in that movie, too. Gone, Baby, Gone. Absolutely. I don't know if I want to get into this that late in the program. It's a little crazy. Monster with Charlie's on. Yeah, no, it's a phenomenal movie. Here's a guy who says he went to high school with Jeffrey Dahmer. He was a few years above. He killed one of my friend's dogs. Now, that would have been in Ohio, right? His first kill was in Ohio. Then he moved to Milwaukee. But he, checked himself into the service, got thrown out. He was discharged. Then he went to Ohio State for a semester. And, what do these all have in common? They go after the weak. They go after the transients. They go after those who are not missing. And if you go from town to town, whether you're a prostitute or whether you're homeless, or no matter what the situation is, it's hard to identify. I talked about Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. I mean, he had more than 60 because they were all, women of the night, and they're not missed. You don't know where they are. Scary. It really is, but it's true. All right. Absolutely tomorrow. Big news that came out of the NFL today with J.C. Tretter, the National Football League Players Association director. The conversation turned to the current collective bargaining agreement and could there be an 18th regular season game by 2027? He said unlikely. Here's what you got to consider. The NFL is making $23 billion annually. $23 billion. Okay? So much of that is broadcast rights, and they're paying just an enormous amount of money. Almost to the point where I would love to see the books, and I know that you can cook books, and you can make it look one way, and you can make it look another. It's not like I'm an accountant or anything, but I would love to really know how much money the CBS and ESPN or Disney and Fox, how much do they really, really make off the NFL? Or is it just one of those deals where they can't afford, regardless of the financial loss, to not have it? I don't know. I never see that side of it. It's always, well, NFL owners made this, teams make this. I've never seen the, advertising inventory to where you take the NFL and you compare it to your primetime shows. And are there even any primetime shows on anymore with, Netflix and everything else that's going on? But anyway, $23 billion annually is what the NFL does make. They're only into year 6 of an 11-year agreement. So they'd have to shred that up, totally renegotiate. Now, this is a major play here by J.C. Tretter saying it's unlikely, simply throwing out there that if you're going to add an 18th game, things have got to be redone, and there's got to be more money distributed to the players. The other thing that is incredible about all this is the NFL has so much power that every single one of these broadcast rights that they have with these different entities, there's a clause in it in which they can get out and force a renegotiation. And I read some survey, I don't remember the name. This was a couple of months ago that they kind of put it together about what they expect the next NFL deal to be with these broadcast companies. And it was like a 53% increase. Think about that. 53% higher than what they're paying right now. I mean, you yourself, if you get a 10% raise or whatever it may be, 53% is what these owners are going to be able to earn, according to this, survey or research study that I read recently. It's just crazy, the amount of money. I mean, it is just out of this world. We're going to have it. We're going to have it. I think even in my lifetime, we're going to have it. We're going to have a $1 billion athlete. We are. We're going to have that one day. And I think it'll be tough in football because of the cap. Maybe in soccer or something like that. It could possibly be in basketball. It could absolutely be in baseball with the Dodgers. And they got their own fight that's ahead. The way that the Dodgers defer all that money, I think is wrong. But we're going to get it one day. I don't know what the year will be. I mean, it might be 2036, and maybe 10 years from now. We're actually going to have a $1 billion athlete. We're going to hear about it. Guy just signed a 12-year deal for $1 billion. I mean, that is crazy, and it's going to happen. All right, put our final touches on this one. Hacker Nation still just rolling through Las Vegas. He'll be joining you a little bit later on in the week. We got our final thoughts coming up right after this.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hicken here. Experience crystal clear vision with the Eye Associates, formerly Ballou Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet Betchkel, MD, Jacksonville's leader in advanced eye care. From routine eye exams to specialized vision care, their experienced team dedicated to improving and preserving your vision. The same care you've come to trust, now with a new name. To schedule your appointment today, call the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company is hiring for an estimator. Are you a motivated, customer-focused professional who enjoys working with people and doing things the right way? We want to hear from you. Send your resume to JCW Roof at jcwroof.com or call 904-396-1546. Family owned and operated since 1946. Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Looking for a real career with great pay and full benefits? Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. As a growing, family-owned company that cares about its employees, they're hiring lawn technicians in the Jacksonville area. No experience required. This is a salaried position with top industry pay. Full benefits, a 401k match, and paid training. Apply today at JulingtonCreekPestControl.com. Julington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
Hey friends, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Have you ever stored a gallon of leftover paint, opened the can years later, and it's rusty, crusty, and unusable? Next time, secure the lid tightly to ensure no leaks and store the can upside down. Oxygen can't get to it, therefore no rust and no crust. If you'd like more tips or have a question about a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Run into Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park for their America 250 early sale. This is the last day for their best prices and selection before the huge last-minute crowds arrive. SuperiorFireworks.com/radio.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, some good pitching matchups tonight in the Bigs. And the Phillies up early here, 5-2 over Pittsburgh. Schwarber with the base hit, which is rare. He typically strikes out 3 times and then homers. This is going to be such a fascinating study on Kyle Schwarber. And we know the numbers have changed. And, you know, the WAR and the OPS means so much now, and it's not the old standard average hits home runs, ribbies. He's third right now in OPS at .962. But when you really dive into the numbers of Kyle Schwarber, here's what the Hall of Fame voters are going to be asked to do. Because he's hit 370 home runs. I mean, this guy's going to approach 500. You hit 500 home runs as a non-steroid guy, that's automatic entry to the Hall of Fame. There's only two players in the history of the game who have more strikeouts than hits who are in the Hall of Fame. That's Reggie Jackson and Jim Thome. But look at this. 1,127 hits for Schwarber. 1,648 strikeouts. He also has a career average of 233. So the home run numbers are going to go up. But I think eventually the average will continue to fall. So you're talking about a guy that when it's all said and done is going to have deep in the 400s with homers, maybe 500. Going to have at least 700, 800, 900 more strikeouts than hits, and have the lowest career batting average to ever get elected. I love this stuff. I do. I mean, this is what it's all about. Even though the numbers have changed mightily in the game, just something to consider down the road. I know right now Philly fans, all they care about is knock it off Pittsburgh in the state of Pennsylvania. The Yankees are getting bombed again. 5-0 Detroit and New York. My goodness, they couldn't even get out of the second inning. 5-0 Detroit. What is going on with the Bronx Bombers? Nationals at Red Sox, the good guys up 5-1. All right, that great pitching matchup tonight with Messick. Actually, we're supposed to be Jacob deGrom, but he's not going. So they've switched things up. But Messick, the Florida State product, 1 hit through 3. And no score in that game. Let me see what's late night tonight. Let me see that because I'm a late night baseball guy. I am Angels at Mariners, Dodgers at A's. There we go. Giants at Diamondbacks. So basically a full slate. Typically, Major League Baseball, you don't have a full slate on a Monday. And obviously Thursday is a getaway Thursday. And you don't have a full slate of games then as well. All right, I know a lot of good World Cup going on. You're enjoying that. Of course, the USA, next up on Wednesday, I believe, is when the United States does play. Coming up tomorrow night on the program, we are going to talk with Ryan O'Halloran. So we'll have the very latest on the Jaguars. I'll get into it as well with Ryan. We both seem to agree that we thought the Brenton Strange contract was good for both sides. It's not too often where you can get a contract that's, good for the player and good for the team. But that's absolutely the way things went with Brenton Strange. We'll begin to dive into Parker Washington. I think that's next. Plus everything else. Maybe we'll get into a little bit of the, thought on that 18th game. Is this nothing more than a bargaining chip used today by J.C. Tretter, or are we still years and years away? Remember when Florida State, everyone thought they were going to be gone in a year out of the ACC? It doesn't happen without a lot of stuff actually taking place. I think it's a lot easier, obviously, in the NFL. But my gosh, man, $23 billion already annually. How much do those owners need? Send some our way, right? That'll do it. Thank you to Jared Justice. I am Rick Ballou. This is Into the Night.